What's up, D Nation? Welcome back to another episode of the 10K Challenge. And we're on Bovada again, believe it or not, right? So we're three-tabling at 100 NL, and really not much going on right now. It took a while to get on the tables tonight, so I guess with the hot days we have right now, everybody's been outside playing because it cooled down. So it's about 9 o'clock on Saturday, and the only money we made here is we had aces in the small blind. Number 5 opened. We're going to go ahead and open our sevens over here. And number 5 open, and then it was a queen 10 rainbow board and a 2, I think, was on the board. And so we went ahead and bet pretty well close to pot because didn't want to really price any draws of him in any form of fashion. If he had ace queen, I figured he was coming over the top very quickly on that. But he ended up folding, and that's where we got a little bit of money on that table. And then the other two, the pocket sevens, is the best hand you've seen so far. Getting really excited to kind of kill some dead space here. The a lot of the new equipment that's been coming in, just the webcams and all that, just running through the same computer, has been making video choppy. If you guys might have watched the last video, you kind of know that it didn't have an actual me in it, so probably like that of some sort. Let's see. I've only been here a little bit. I think we're actually going to get position his hand by calling. Player 1 has been very loose, playing a lot of hands, and player 6. So I think if we can do something very large, and we're going to get a nice hand. So prefer this to be rainbow. If player 6 probably bets, that means he's probably got some piece of this. And then up here we're checking, and then of course he did bet. You know, we're not going to call for a gut shot. We could look to raise him and see if he's going to fold out, but I think with his short stack, you know, what are we going to really get out of him if he makes the call and we do hit something of some form? And this was blind versus blind here, and you know, we're just going to play hoping our jack high wins, but it was nothing to really do. I don't think he's getting out of the way. He's probably calling with ace high on the double paired board. They went check to the river, so not much. Not trying to get tricky on him. So far he's played a lot of hands, so we're going to assume he's got his stack. Just from us being here just a little bit, he's played about every rotation. And as you've seen here, that player 6 won the last pot, and then was it or the same pot? Let's review that. I think I might have got sidetracked myself. And here are the ace 5. We know they're calling, so we're going to open a little bit, seeing if we can maybe get 4 and 3 out of the way. 3 didn't. He's very short. We're hoping to get to the button but not make it a full 3, because if they call, we just don't waste more money on a lot of flops that we're just going to give up on. Now, with the quick checks, we're actually going to go ahead and take a stab at this and see if we can get everybody. And if 3 shoves, we got out of the way. And then player 5, he called. Queen's a good card because we can bet it, but we also got the backdoor spade draw. So we're just going to continue to fire here. And he's going to give up a biggest percentage of time so we can win that. But if he did call, we got equity in the hand, so it helps us out a lot, where we might have hit our ace or hit the spade. We've been playing tight so far on this table, and so have they. Everybody who's left to act after us. Goodness. So we actually are going to go ahead and open a little bit wider margin. And if we do get called, I think we can play post flop. And this hand plays very well too, even though we're out of position. Now, unfortunately, that's not a flop we're looking for, because that is in the hand range. Even if he has jack 10, he's going to call a bet. So we're just pretty much done. We're not going to do much in that. And again, you know, this guy might have hit it hard up here. He's not been aggressive, and now he's decided he's going to shoot it up pretty large. And this guy opened we're actually going to go ahead and raise him. He's been opening a lot, and it's blind versus blind. And if he calls, I think we still probably got the better hand, and he actually shoves. So is he doing it with a weak ace? We're behind on that, so unfortunately, we got to give it up. Or do we? We do. We do. Just hit the fold button. All right, an ace-queen. This is a hand I don't want to call with. I like just go ahead. It still plays pretty well, and we're going to make them define the range. And good percentage of time, we're going to be able to pick up this pot here. And if we get a shove over the top, we know, again, we can just fold. So a little bit of aggressive style. He flat called, so that could either mean he's got the monster or he's probably got some pocket pair, and this plays pretty good in his range. So even if he had like pocket eights or sevens, I don't think we will get him to fold by betting here. So we will just check to him and see what the turn brings if he checks. So if he does got 7 or 8s, he's probably going to check. If he hit a set, he'll probably go ahead and bet it. And if he's got like jack, queen, something like that, he's probably going to go ahead. So here we're going to hope, we're going to take a half pot stab because we will pick it up percentage of time. And we could have been acting like we want him. And if he does anything weird, again, we just get out of the hand. But we might get him to fold his pocket 7s or 8s or something like that. Or if he has like ace queen like we do, or ace jack, we can get him to fold those out. But and again, we're kind of maybe repping where we might have hit something. And then if we had the bigger hand where we open raised, we're just trying to see what he would do. And if he's a little bit of a thinking player, then he's not going to take a stab. So here's our aggressive guy. We got position, and this is where we're going to call with our 6s instead of raising because we have the ultimate position in the hand. And of course, player 4 has been calling a lot too. We bet 7. Not much force. I mean, if he's got a club draw or, just about anything, we just can't continue with the hand unless we hit the 6. I mean, if it was all low cards and he bet like that, then I can look. But this is a type of player who would just overplay probably an ace-queen, ace-king type of hand. So if the board was all low cards, I don't know if he would give up in that either. So I hadn't really seen him give up to anybody where he's been involved in the hand so far. So with that, you're playing pretty much wait till I get a value hand and then bet the value out of him and let him pay you off. And we'll probably, even though it's $11, it's always good to keep your stack tapped, listen at me, topped off against those type of players, because when you do, you're only going to get that 1 or 2 chances where they're just going to give you your stack, and you're $10 shy. So when I go ahead and get another $10 out of him. And we're card dead on all the tables. But we like our 3-2. We're going to open it, even though he's a little bit more of a looser player. I think our post flop is with this like king coming, we can go ahead and bet this majority of time, but I still like to go ahead and bet it on the a little bit smaller side. So now we picked up an open-ended. So we're actually going to double barrel here. And we're going to let go over queen jack down here just because the table's so loose. But if we're against him and then we don't hit anything, so I don't expect him to go away at this time. And if he has a king, or he might have pocket 8s, something like that, we're just going to check. And if he outplayed us, he outplayed us. But I don't think he's folding to a 3-barrel enough. But if we hit our ace or something like that, then we could probably bet if he was calling us down with an ace, we'd probably got paid off in a big way. So, and this is really, honestly, if he's got a king, I don't know why he would bet this much. So it's kind of odd. And if somebody's bet the way they did, he's going to take this pot down. If you're a thinking out player, he's taking this pot down with a $16 bet. Or 17 or 18. And there's no reason for him to make this bet sizing. The sad part was if I had like pocket 6s or pocket 8s, I would call him off right here just to see. I don't think he'd be betting pot there after we bet 2 streets and the king coming out on the river, even if you had the king, it's just a weird bet. It's just not. But we had a 3 high, so we are not going to call him off in any form or fashion in that hand. And again, loose guys in the table. This guy's short stack. So our main goal is this guy who can double us up. So we're going to play our hands. And, of course, player 4, if we would have had 2 more rotations, we would have noticed he's calling way out of position too much. So things like that where we know we got to tighten up our range and opening instead of a 3-2 of hearts. We just got to get rid of it. But when we picked up the open-ended on the turn, then yes, we're going to double barrel again because he just might give up there. And even if he doesn't, like he called us, we could still hit the 6 or we could have hit the ace and probably done the same play where we checked to him and then he would have maybe... these guys are aggressive, so... which is fine. We will get them. No worries. In this table over here, it is total everybody from seat 4, 5, and 6 are very tight. Seat 2 is loose and player 1 is kind of loose, but we're just going to have to be more selective because the tight players playing after us, and it looks like player 6 actually is somewhat of a competent player, knowing when to squeeze and things like that and raise 3 bets. So our hand selection will be a little bit tighter of a range over there. A lot of different tables tonight. I mean, we're sandwiched between 2 loose of, one guy is aggressive and the other guy is loose passive, calling station. And then down here, I guess would be our best table we have because we got tight, 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 loose and loose, and then we have us. So definitely the best table based on players at the table and positioning. It would be interesting to see this hand actually played down. You have the tight guy who's been doing it, and then you got the loose guy. And, you know, these guys will not fold 3rd and 4th pair sometimes. So it'd be interesting if he has a 4 and he shoves over the top. Would 6, if he does something weird here, will 6 be able to fold his hand? He did check. He's probably pot controlling. And then, of course, there's 3rd pair to the board. 4th pair, actually. Yeah, 4th. Was it 4th? It was 5th pair. So, but I mean, on the flop, I can quite understand he has position on him, player 1, and that's an okay. And again, 8-2, we're just dumping it. We just know this guy's going to call us off a lot lighter, so we're just going to be more selective. But then he called another bet, and this guy was betting his flush draw, which he should at any time against a calling station. You just want to go ahead and get, because once you get a bigger percentage, like 40, and let's say you hit it on the river, and then push your money in there, and let's say he had like 9s or something like that, or he had the 4 he was calling you down with, and then he, hits another 4, and then you're pretty much going to stack him at that time if it was a diamond. So here we picked up a decent hand. We have a limper in the pot, so we'll go ahead and isolate. Even though he's a short stack, if he shoves, we will call off with our ace queen. That is a total call off range for a short stacker. And we'll see, but I'm assuming he just posted out of position first hand, and there he shoves, so yes, we'll call. And if he's got us dominated, oh, look at that, he hits his 8. God bless him. Oh, he boats up. Nice. So very poor play on his part. He's probably gone, but if you could turn the hands over, you're going to play it the same way, so no worries. It does suck. It sucks hard. But you can't be upset. I mean, if he would have showed you he had ace 8, what are you going to do? Fold? You're not going to fold. So it's just cool that they can boat up like that. There he is. He's called us again. We're going to go ahead and bet. I don't know if he shoves what we will do here. He might have a queen of some sort. Definitely he's not going away with any type of draw. So And unfortunately, we didn't get a reload there, so maybe we'll get it in this time. Probably not. We got us another hand, so we're actually going to min open. This is funny. Goal is we got tight over here, so this min opening will probably get us somewhere. And if player 6 does side and this guy, we're looking just to isolate. So if you can isolate for a smaller amount and get this player to play poorly against you, that's just great. Then this guy's brand new at the table, so I don't expect him to do much. And probably if check 2, we're going to bet this flop 2. And if he calls, then hopefully a spade or some type of draw will come in for us. And if he bets, we are done. Are we? We just know he's shoved in with ace-8 offsuit. So we really think he's going to go away by us raising him? No, he's not. So, come on. It is interesting. So we're down some money this session right now. Well, we're down to like $40, something like that. And we got about 10 minutes to go. So can we make it back? I think so. Here we got 9, pair of 9s. Probably should have bet that to lead out. Now makes it tough. We can try to raise here, but if a draw or something like that's there, which it is, probably going to see him call at least one straight because you got the heart draw and the open-ended draw. And if he goes crazy, we can get rid of our hand. So there's the diamond. And that's actually a good card for us to go ahead and fire another bet on. And again, if he goes crazy, we just get out of the way. But it's usually that just means some type of drawing hand. And I don't even think he has like a king 10 type of hand there, because I feel like he would have at least raised, and he definitely would have called another bet. With his stack size, and he would have probably just shoved with his top pair at that point, saying, I don't want you drawing out on me, so he just shoves it. And we're just going to go ahead and fire again. And if he does something weird, we just get out of the way. I'm assuming if he has a queen, his $22 is in. We fold out. And it's just very hilarious when they do the min raise. The thing is, we don't have, if we had a diamond or something, then we would call. But I don't have the ace of diamonds, so we're not. We're going to give it up. But his little min raise is just funny. He's going to get the same amount of money if he shoves it all in or if he min raises, because if he min raises and I have a queen, then I'm pretty much going to re-raise him all in. So he's going to get the same. It's just comical, and it's fine. We'll keep plugging along here. We're going to definitely, by playing this many hands, we're going to not get credit when we do hit something. So we are going to probably get somebody to pay us off even more. A little bit better when you can open up your playing ranges against people. They tend not to give you credit in a lot of those spots, and you do get played off. But yeah, back to the equipment. Got the video camera and all that. Like, golly, people just love their aces. Oh, smack on the river. Take that. But yeah, got a lot of the audio equipment today. Got the screens and some more mics coming. So the quality, video quality and stuff like that's going to be going up a lot. Like I said, it's just putting a terrible strain. And here's our buddy again. He's trying to isolate, but we're definitely knowing that we're probably going to get positioned. So, but if player 5 shoves or 6, because they're on the tighter side. And here's the strange thing. If one of these guys makes it 20, we'll probably call. And his 3-bet is pretty high. He's done it before. 15, and we'll probably end up stacking him, but probably his next bet will be all in. All right. And that was a real good bet sizing on his part. If he would have made it like 15 or something like that, I'm pretty much can call him blind, no matter if these guys are in the pot. But if player 2 came along, then my ace 10 gets a little bit more because I just know that I'm going to win a bigger pot by hitting it. What the hell, people? Be interesting if this guy gets called off from the $29 because he's already got 3, but in the pot. What he just shoved $100 into a $3 pot for. Again, you're accomplishing the same thing by betting kind of what that guy did. If you're trying to steal it, $20. If you're trying to get somebody to play with you, bet $15, $16. But that was just idiotic right there, I guess. But who knows? Maybe he had ace and was just trying to induce. But anytime we can play a hand with this idiot, we are going to. And of course, we don't have anything, so our 6 high. We might bet here on the river. We're going to go ahead and see if we can take $2 down. Jack coming. He's probably calling with anything, so his pocket 7s. Again, this guy calls with a lot of third pairs, but we're just seeing what we could do. Still getting a good read on him. It should be interesting. So we know we can probably get value on the river by betting a different bet sizing. And now we got ace queen, so hopefully he's going to open up here. Of course, he folds out. Why not? And we're going to check that to him because if different players, different things. This guy's brand new, so if we actually had the king, we probably wouldn't bet it. So if he does bet, we'll probably raise here. And he bets $3. So we're going to do a little weird bet. The good thing is we still got, if an ace comes or something like that, unless he's got an 8, there's just not much we're going to do. But if he comes over the top, and if he has a king, he's probably going to flat call. I don't see why he would raise unless he just wants to find out if we're just full of it or what. But we'll see. But again, if we hit that, we're probably not going to bet. We want to go ahead and check to him and see what he's going to do. And then we want a little bit more money, or we wouldn't have if we bet and he decided just to fold out. Where there we collected $3 more. Table up here, we were just, again, we're in position and we were just kind of seeing. We're hoping this guy has bet 10, so we're going to actually make it to where if he has aces or kings, he's probably not going to fold here. And we didn't get paid off. And he left. Boo. But the main goal there was to just go ahead and, we're in position, so when he bets, we can bet. And if he has aces or kings, majority of the time, he's only played very few hands in the 20-some hands he were here. He's just probably going to pay us off. So he might have had ace king of some sort, and we could have flat called and see what he done on the turn. Made it a little tougher if we had a diamond or something like that. And very interesting. This is going to play hard into both of these guys. So if we actually, we're going to go ahead and bet our set because of the draws being there. And player 1, he's shown to be very aggressive, so he might even get it in with nothing at the current time. Who knows? Maybe an ace high. He didn't. So apparently we play people and they just leave as soon as we're done. All right, guys. Well, that's it to keep it in that 30-minute time limit. So until next time, good luck at the tables.